In some instances, when they say that we have five senses, they always tell you to watch out for your sixth sense, which is like your conscience. Your conscience is a building of your emotions, of your inner feeling, of your inner self. So which all boils down to the fact that our emotions are very, very important in determining who we are or in understanding who we are. They can be quite messy, they can be complicated, they can be kind of nasty when it comes to understanding them and what they really mean and how do you go about controlling it and all of that. But once you get a very good hang of it, it gives you this self-definition that you can't compare to any other thing around you. So it's very important for us to understand our emotions and how it translates to various things around us. Your emotions could go a long way in determining things like what do you eat, how do you relate with people, how do you want people to address you, how do you address people, what kind of clothes do you wear, and all of that. And emotional sentiments are things that everybody fits on. If you treat somebody rudely, the person would most likely treat you rudely. If you treat somebody in the right sense of manner, the person will most likely treat you in the right sense of manner, except the person is having another reason to do so. And today I want to talk about emotion because I realized that it's now becoming a trend on social media, which is now a platform that we all used to communicate due to the whole COVID-19 and staying at home, moving things from physical to the virtual setting. People now emotional abuse each other. We don't really care about how would the next person feel about this I'm about to do. How would I feel if somebody does this to me? And we just act because we want to act. And some people even go an extra mile and actually take being sassy, being rude as something that they should be proud of. People do it like as if it's something that I should be very proud of, that oh, I'm a rude person, I'm a sassy person. I'm like, it doesn't work that way. You're hurting someone. It doesn't make you a better person. It actually just even demolishes your integrity in the sight of people. And which is why I want to talk about emotion and see how one way or the other we might have, or people around us might have been taking in emotional abuse or being unnecessarily insensitive to the people around us. We look at the consequences and the other things. Stay with me. Wait a minute, before I proceed to what I really want to talk about today, I want to reintroduce myself. My name is ZAINAB Olasupo-IDRIS. If this is your first time coming here, you are very much welcome. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, turn on your notifications so that you don't miss out on my subsequent videos, and you can also check out my previous video on my channel. So while I was researching about emotions before I made this video, one of the things I came across was that emotions are a biological state that are often associated with all of our nerve system, brought on by the neurophysiological changes variously associated with thoughts, feelings, behavioral responses, and degrees of pleasure or displeasure. Basically, from this definition, it just simply means that our emotions are a product of all of our nerve system, and we express them in ways like our feelings, our thoughts, our behavioral responses, and our degree of pleasure or displeasure. From all of that, we realize that emotions are quite a complex topic to discuss, and in as much as it's complex, it's very, very important for everybody to actually sit down and understand how each of their emotions play roles in different aspects of their lives. For example, you're going on an outing with your friends and you're very much excited about where you're going to and all of that. You already have an emotional attachment to where you are going to, such that it allows you to express a degree of pleasure, which is your emotions that come in place because of you like what you're engaged in. On the other hand, if you are to go out with your parents and you aren't really interested in where you are going to, and you know African parents, I said we are going out is we are going out, so you really don't have a choice than to go. Even the way you would dress to the place is actually going to express your degree of displeasure about where you are going to, and that's going to be that about our level of displeasure and pleasure. So when we bring this into the family setup, it takes a more different light, because being family, being the fact that we live together as family, we're supposed to support each other, we're supposed to be there for each other, and you guys are supposed to be like your first experience of everything. And there is this emotional attachment you already have and you also feed on, because there's nothing as bad as living in a toxic home. Because of that's what you are so used to, you kind of like elude that toxicity into wherever situation or wherever group you find yourself, maybe at your workplace, your school, and all of that, which is more reasons why in our various homes, between parents and children, between siblings, the elderly siblings and the younger siblings, siblings, there has to be a form of respect for each other's emotion. It's not every time that we actually just do things and be like, it's just because that is how it should be done. We should actually consider people emotional attachment to those things. In Africa, in Nigeria here, I've looked at different homes, asked parents, did a lot of research, and I realized that our emotions are something that they see as minor, which to us is actually a major, especially when you're dealing with teenagers and young adults. Teenagers and young adults are at a particular stage in their life whereby their emotional feelings are quite heightened. If you cannot relate with them according to their emotions, then you'll be having a lot of clashes with them, because their emotions are like the main priority to them at that point in time. For example, you as a parent, you do something to your children, you did it because you love them or you felt like that was the right thing to do to them, but to them they felt cheated, they felt abused, they felt ridiculed, and because you did not pay attention to the emotional side effect of that thing you wanted to do. And things like this don't just happen once. These things like this happen repeatedly. They kind of get accumulated such that over time the child feels so suppressed about being at home. I want to appeal to every parent out there to please look into making their home a safe spot for their children. Making individual homes a safe place for the children will actually go a long way in us understanding our kids, in us building relationships with our kids, in us relating well with our kids, and it gives our kids a very good idea of what parenting is like, or what a home should be like, what your relationship with your parents should be like, what your relationship with your kids should be like when they become parents. It's not always all about telling them this is what it should be like, but we should make our homes an example of what it should be like. And we should also put it in mind that these people we're talking about are young adults, they are teenagers, they're already forming their own opinions of things, their own opinion of how they want things to be for them, which is awesome, which is amazing. Those ideas or those initiatives are trying to inculcate into who they are, what they aspire for, what relationship they want to have in their home, what relationship they want to have with their family. It shouldn't be based on the negativity or the toxicity they feel from their homes that could have been rectified. So it's more like as if it's the children that would really determine if the home is their safe place, if the home is somewhere they feel really free at, even though it's the parent that would do the work of making the home a very pleasurable place for the kids. The kids are the only one that can really examine if the home is pleasant as the parents want it to be. So since the result of having a pleasurable home can only be determined by the kids, as parents, how do you now know that your children feel really at home with you in the house? Or as kids, how do you even know if you really see your home as a safe place for you? Would be discussed in my next video. Do look out and subscribe to my channel so that you can access my other videos, and turn on the notification button so that you would not miss out on my next updates next week. See you guys later. Bye.